Alright, it's that time again, isn't it? A little update from behind enemy lines, and this truly is behind enemy lines, like you couldn't believe. I'm literally being considered and judged as being some kind of invading force, and then I'm invading Hitler that just come here to terrorize the entire Danish population, and there is no limit to the crimes that I am apparently committing every time I breathe or every time I go somewhere. I'm just literally committing sex crimes with my mind, or I am just harassing anybody and everybody telepathically, because that's just the kind of person that I am. And of course I have these kinds of capabilities that had never been seen in man before. I literally have them organically because I'm just evil incarnated, and you need to hate and despise me, and you need to believe everything government tells you, otherwise you are a terrorist, otherwise you are a traitor to your country. And this is happening right here in Denmark. 2023 April. I have just for the last week or so been extrajudicially labelled a sex criminal who, despite not having any involvement in this latest kidnapping and rape of a young girl, I'm nevertheless guilty of it, because the government and Denmark's radio and the entire establishment and a huge swath of the population are in consensus about that. So it has to be right, it has to be true, it has to be genuine, it has to be authentic, because they say so. And yeah, that's where we're at. We are literally in a cuckoo land for Cocoa Pops, and the level of insanity is just off the rails. Obviously I'm just being sarcastic and give you examples of what kind of nonsense you really need to believe if you are to believe the government and the intelligence agencies responsible for this program. You need to believe in the things that I have just said, because this is what they're saying, this is what they're doing on a daily basis. They are literally harassing anybody and everybody with the sole intent to blame me for it, while everybody knows that it is the government using their synthetic telepathy communication system to harass people, to insult people, to be completely outrageous towards anybody and everybody. And there's some kind of cognitive dissonance going on in the minds of the population. They are accepting the government doing this to them, and they would rather just blame me for it and say that I'm the cause, because after all, it's only happening to those specific people when I'm around. And you know what that is? Because I'm a walking, talking base station for the intelligence agencies, because they are hearing what I'm hearing, they're seeing what I'm seeing, they're obviously tracking my coordinates like you couldn't believe, to a pinpoint, and they're using that information, and then they and communicating through what I say or what I hear and see, and then picking that up and communicating to the people around me. And if there's not some kind of harassment, electronic harassment, then they are obviously ordering people about, telling people to plot against me, asking people to form lynch mobs against me, because of course I'm evil incarnated. I'm Jeffrey Epstein incarnated. I am whatever they say I am, and not only that, after a week of this labeling me of guilty of every despicable sex crime known to man, even despite not being of criminal age, they go so far back in time. It's one of their favorite tricks. So they go so far back in time that I'm under the legal accountability age, and they will say that I have done it, and then they can't prosecute me for it. But nevertheless, you have to believe that I, as a 13-year-old or as a 12-year-old, was just a raving sex crime maniac just pillaging villages, and there is literally no limit to it. And that's one of their favorite go-to tricks. So there's a reason for them not to try to prosecute me. It's all bullshit, of course, but this is nevertheless what they're doing. And a week of this has been going on, as I've tried to say. I want to make the videos quick, but there's always so much to say, despite it being repetitive. I'm apparently now, I don't know how to control my own bowels. I'm just walking around covered in my own filth again. I'm just complete laughing stock of everything. I don't know how to tie my own shoelaces. That's how incompetent I am. Don't mind that I have just passed my hunting license. Don't mind that I did it in the first go, or that I'm in top of the class at the Thai boxing and boxing gym. Don't mind all these things. Don't mind that I have a successful business that has to be completely and utterly destroyed by the government's illegal restrictions on me, for me not to have to sell out as quick as I can build my engine, scooters and parts. Don't mind all these things. Just believe what the government says. That's what they do. You've got to believe what the government says, otherwise you're a terrorist. And you've got to start getting that into your head, because soon, very soon, you're going to be punished like I am, extrajudicially, if you don't go along with whatever they say from day to day. And that's the kind of society we want, isn't it? Completely extrajudicial, completely arbitrary, just controlled on the whim by the state and intelligence agencies, and whoever they don't like just get censored or get persecuted or get locked up in a mental institution or being sent to a re-education camp or whatever they're planning just around the corner. You know, this is what's happening. This is what's going to happen any time now.